Hey guys, how you going? I just wanted to come on and do another video. I've just been saving all these up, all these videos and photos of the weather app to show you the interference that I can see on my weather app. This is just the one on my phone, so I'm sorry about the small picture. I can't turn it sideways. It won't let me, otherwise the whole picture would just be laying sideways. So what I'm going to do is, actually this is a video, so I'm just going to play it and just talk my way through this. So as you can see here, you can always see it. There's a big circle around Sydney, which I think is coming from, the a radar or something around here, but it's always, as the rain comes in, it starts to dissipate. Always. And you can see the big circle here. I should have zoomed over to the side a bit more, but you can see it. It's pretty big. And this happens nearly every day on my weather app. I can see interference somewhere or another. So, let's go and play the next one. Things like this. And up here, you can see the circles. You can see half of it, sorry. And lines coming out of them. Down here, lines. This is all interference from something. And it's funny because all the rain that comes towards the coast ends up getting dispersed before it hits the coast. You can see. There's a big circle around here and there's just lines that come off it. This big thing here, you can see. You can see the interference in it, guys. There was something around Brisbane too, a little bit, but didn't seem as bad as the one in Sydney, and the one's over here. There's another one here happening. So around Broome, around Port Hedland, around Perth and Albany, or Albany, whatever you want to call it. You see the circle, you can see it. That's not rain, that's interference. And these are where the weather stations are, by the way, guys. Normally, all these, where they show us the Doppler radars and the other radars are. This is where all this happens around. You can see this circle again and the lines that come out from it. I believe it's some sort of frequency coming from the radars themselves. And that was, this was back from November or December last year through to now. These are all the videos I've caught in different days, at different times. And then I'll go to the pictures that I've screenshotted photos from as well. Okay, and I don't just believe this is like just interfere. This stuff, whatever this is doing, it stops the rain that comes over this way and pushes it down underneath. And this is obviously another one I've got, and I went through the whole thing. Oh, I'm talking in the background, and I don't want that. Hopefully you won't hear that. Showing you the temperatures. And when they predicted rain, which didn't happen. And that. You can see that, can't you? Yep, and this is what watch the rain start to dissipate around it as it's coming in. You can see it. It's just starting to dissipate as it's coming in. Look at all this out here. The rain coming in from here is also being dissipated as it's coming in. They're keeping this area dry, hot and clear. Now we'll move over to the, yep, again. It's always there, guys. You can always see it. This is a weather zone app for Australia. And all this stuff here. Guys, you know what this is. It's not just interference on a map. This is interference that cuts off the rain and dissipates the rain. It was 40.9 that day. Was that it? I think that's all that video. Oh dear. Another time. You can see it. Look at all the rain out here. And you look at all this and it's coming in. As it's coming in, it starts to dissipate. Clears up right in here. They've been letting it through lately. This is, yep, see this thing? Always the line here. Sometimes here, but always that thing. Sometimes there's little lines through here or down here, but none of them I can see at the moment. This was from a while ago though. Another day. No, same day maybe. Oh, this was the synoptic charts, which was showing us there was going to be rain, there was going to be rain, there was going to be rain. There never is. Okay, every day ends up like the first day, with the rain actually coming down this way. So this went on for months. This was like over 2 months all of this was taken. So I've been trying to put this together, guys. I haven't been very well, so if you don't hear from me for a little while, it's only because I'm maybe a little bit unwell. Look at this. They were seriously stopping the rain. This was all off the coast. It was trying to come in. You can see it. And this was when the bushfires were at their height. Look at it. Look at it. There's heavy rain in here, which was trying to come in, but it wasn't happening. And you can see those lines too coming through. I think the lines are bigger than the area they can actually. You can see one up here, one down here, one across there. See? The lines are bigger than the circles, okay? And I don't know what the difference is. What the lines could be some sort of... Oh, I really don't know. Is it the spike in temperature? I don't know. But they seem to be able to just clear an area completely. We'll keep watching as more... See? Nice heavy rain. This was probably... I don't know if it's the same time or later in the day. But they were stopping it, guys. Look, two big like horns up here. There's lines coming out down here. I can tell that this is all interference and it's dissipating the rain and pushing it away. That looked like it was actually coming in. And mind you, this was the height of the bushfires, guys. And again, look at it. Can you see what I can see? Can you see that that's interference? That is bad interference. Can you see it? Now, different weather apps and different sites, like the Bureau of Meteorology, is going to look different than this. This is a weather zone app, so this shows me a lot, though. And you can always see it's just sitting there. It doesn't move. It's trying to come in. It's even in a circle itself. A half a circle, anyway. And then it always ended up like this. See, all the rain that they showed you over like this, over Australia, would always end up the next day going straight underneath. And I think it's all these radars pushing the rain or dissipating it. And then maybe the lines are the things that are pushing it and steering it. Now that could be an answer for the lines. If anyone knows, please comment below and tell me. I think that's what they are. I think they use a couple of different frequencies. Maybe that's what the Dopplers are. I don't know. But let's keep going. These were the bushfires. And this was, I think, around just early January, I think. Yeah, this would have been around early January. Maybe even over Christmas. I think more than likely early January. Just having a sip of my tea. And obviously I'm just showing you the areas and how much land was burnt at the time. Now all these black spots have gone, but there's still heaps of fires. Circles here again. Not only that, the lines are there too. And in the middle. You see them? I believe they're the steering. The lines are the steering devices, and these are just to dissipate the rain. The circles are just to dissipate the rain. See that line there? And these things are all the way around the outskirts of Australia. There's my little pointer on my phone. You can see it sort of again. I think we got some rain though this time. You still see lines through here and here. I was looking at the whole state. I think there would have been. Again, there's. And why is the rain just sitting here? Around Geraldton. Look at this half circle in there. I bet you if I had a zone in on that, I would have seen something similar to what we see in Sydney. I didn't zoom in well enough on this one, because you would have seen a circle around Sydney as well. You can see all these little lines down here. I think it's criminal. We need to find out who's doing this. Then we actually got some rain. Quite good thunderstorms come through. That was, I think this was the other day. I was just making sure they were coming. Oh, we needed the rain so badly. We got rain again today. We got it last week and again today. Look at all this underneath here. Lines start up there and then they go round. And again, it's always there. And a circle, you can see a faint one around here with this line always here too. You see how most of it just goes on either side of Sydney. See again, this always happens. Look, there's rain down here. Although this time we did have a bit of rain. That was about a week ago though. I know we've had a couple of days of rain here and there in the last 2 weeks. Maybe last week. But this thing's always here. Not always, no, sorry, not always. A lot of the time it is, okay? This is what I think is promoting the drought. And I think there's more in the interior of Australia as well. What do we know about Pine Gap, guys? That might be something I'll look into next. What is Pine Gap? I bet you I won't find much out on that. But you can see this line. Look, you can see the circles. I think I tried looking at Pine Gap before. Couldn't find much. Here you go again. With the lines that extend beyond it. See? I think that's their steering. The lines are a steering thing. And the circles are just to keep the rain away, like a harp situation. To clear it. And you can see that little circle around Sydney again. They were doing it yesterday too. You'll see it? Oh, my cat. See? It always just goes underneath. Oh my goodness. Hang on a sec, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Yeah, they always said this sort of stuff and then it wouldn't happen. It would all just go underneath, as I said before. I know I'm just repeating myself. I'm sorry. Okay, here we are again. I'm pretty sure this might have been last night. Because it was 41 degrees, 41.8 or something here yesterday. You can see the circle. Nature doesn't work in such straight, like, perfect circles and straight lines. Even tornadoes and hurricanes and cyclones have their winds that go out around the outside. They're not just a perfect circle. So we'll come back to this circle again. Always there. Always there. Port Headland. And look at the lines coming out. There, and there's a circle in there too. Lines and a circle. And as I said, I think the lines are the steering mechanisms and the circles are just to keep it off, keep the rain away, to be honest. Oh. I made the touch on my phone stand out so that I could point it out while I was making these videos and getting this footage. So I could probably point to areas sometimes but I have two fingers on there obviously trying to zoom in and zoom out and you can see both of them. That's interesting. Okay. I'm pretty much pointing the same thing out over and over again, but I wanted to show you this because this is over 2 months, guys. And it's been going on and on and on. There's a circle happening here. I don't know if that's one of them, but yeah, so you got things happening in here where Pine Gap should be somewhere in here, and then you got all these lines and circles. Here again, always here. Oh, always there. You can't miss it. And if it is interference on the radar, well then it's interfering with the weather as well, because you can see what happens when the rain starts to come up here and these things are going, the rain dissipates as it's coming in. One around Alice Springs, a couple of lines up there. Yep, just looks pretty, except for Sydney just sitting there with the rain just sitting around it. And it doesn't move, it doesn't go anywhere, it just sits there. That's not normal. Again, actually this could have been last night. I know it was going on last night. I was just waiting for the rain because it was so hot. And we were promised rain. See that? It may not always completely dissipate it, but it does a pretty bloody good job of it. And keeping it away. Well, it does dissipate because as it comes closer and as it even comes in, it just goes. Look at this bit coming down and going out. It doesn't dissipate. So why should those bits in the circles dissipate? Because it's not just interfering with what we see, it's interfering with the weather. You can see it. If you start looking at a weather app, keep looking at it over weeks and months and turn the radars on and off, the clouds and all the rain and everything you can, and just keep looking at it. You'll find out. Look, again, every single time. Lines down here and here, the interference here, the lines out here, the circles. I decided to go around Australia, around the outside, to see if I could see any more of them. And again, Sydney. It just sits there. The rain just sits there. Why does it just sit there? I haven't seen much down in Tassie. Oh, yep, I just saw one at the end there. Okay. Around Sydney again. I should have put the dates on these so I could tell what date they were. Oh, the date comes up at the side here. There you go. There's another one. Tell me they're not keeping that rain from coming in and hitting? That it's dissipating. You can see it. But we had more rain coming in here. And sometime during the night, I think they turned this thing off. See this? You can see it. It's even got layers of circles in it. So it's got layers of interference, how much it can interfere out to a certain point. Probably gets weaker as it gets out further. But I was waiting for the rain. 2020, 23rd. Yep, it was yesterday. That was yesterday's one. So, okay guys, just bear with me for a sec till I get the screenshots up now. And I'll show you. I'll start with this one. This was a chemtrail I caught. Catch them all the time too. All the bloody time. So these things here, full of aluminium, barium, strontium, God knows what else they put in them. This is in our water, in our air, on the ground, in the bushfires, and I believe this makes them like, even aluminium. What happens to aluminium when you put it in a microwave? It catches on fire. And now if you put those interference, if they're microwaves, any of those lines or circles that we see, what do you think is going to happen? If they can heat it up enough, it'll just explode itself. I've heard sparkle dust as well, but yeah, I haven't looked into that, so I don't know for sure until I do look into what sparkle dust is made of. If anyone else has, let me know. But here we go again. These are just screenshots. I'm sorry the picture's so small, guys. Wonder if I could make it any bigger. No, it's not going to let me. We'll just keep going through them. Oh, that was when a storm was supposed to be coming in. It's a pretty good one. Again, you can see these circles, perfect little circles. And then layers of circles inside. Even on the outside. This was a while ago. This would have been a few months ago. That was still a few months ago, see? Because I was at Blackheath. Again, this has been going on for a long time, guys. And this wasn't the fires, because I was up there before the fires started. So why? Geez, that rain's coming in a pretty straight line there. Or going out in a pretty straight line. Coming in. Okay, as it's coming in, it's moving around. There's a little line in there. There's still a circle here. So it was still keeping it away from Sydney. Another one. Dear me. Not much in that one, just little bits of the circle. Okay, I got it as it was moving. There you go. I was trying to get this one, I think, and I kept on capturing the picture at the wrong time. There you go. And that one. Again, over in Western Australia. Always there. Lines always there. Okay, I've taken multiple pictures of this too because of the difference in the when you can see the circles, and even the one down here, it's very faint. But I don't know if you can see that one coming around, but then you've got these two lines. This is one someone else caught, which was huge. It would have been a different weather app than I've got. But look at this thing. This thing. This is again another. This was Bureau of Meteorology, and they used to say these were just interference. Yeah, well, if it's interfering, I can see that it's interfering with the rain. And this is the map of where all the weather stations are. You see the one, these two here, the lines? Actually, there's 4 there. They're Dopplers. There's this one here. Port Hedland, there's one here. Broome, there's one there. That's where the lines. And no, there were lines coming off here too. Yeah, I think they've got the whole thing set up, guys. They could probably do both with both of these things. Because around Sydney, here's your Sydney ones. They're all Dopplers. And these are supposed to be... The black one's a high resolution Doppler radar. And the other one's a standard weather watch, okay? Well, they've perfected HARP into a small area and called it a weather station. They probably use it for both. And there you go again. This is Monday the 16th of December, okay? It just kept happening over and every day. You know, it would show rain in a day or two and then that would disappear and this would happen. Monday the 16th of December. Tuesday the 17th. This was supposed to be Thursday the 19th. Have I got one of them? And Friday and Saturday. And these were the next days, the predictions. Until it got there. And this had happened again. Can you see what's happening here, guys? All these little radars and these little lines are helping to steer these things to go underneath. And Tassie over here, poor Tassie was getting flooded for a while there. And New Zealand was copping it all too. And you can still see the faint line. You can still see these little lines. And there's that little half circle again. More lines. There you go. Look at this thing. I actually caught this. Can you tell me what that is? Does anyone remember those Google things on boats that they had? There were big dome looking things. I don't know if anyone remembers them. They were I can't remember what they were supposed to be for, but you know what? I think they're these. They could just be sailing around playing with weather as well. Because apparently private companies have this technology now. Again, look at this. And again. And again. It just kept going underneath, guys. They would predict the rain and this would keep happening. Every day I opened this weather station up, this was what was going on. No rain. Then they'd show you this the next day. It would never happen. There you go again. I just wanted to put this together and show you the whole collection that I had. This is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It did rain last week, but yeah, that last week was not the 7th. See, I should put dates on these. There you go. Did we see one for Thursday the 9th of January back there? Let me see. No, we seen up to Tuesday. Okay. But that's just what kept happening. Again, this was all predictions, and then this would happen again. And it kept going and going, and I was getting so frustrated and thinking, why can't people see this? How can't they see this? So you've still got some of the outlines of these of the circle, because this tried to come up, and I don't know if this was actually the last week. 2020 116. Yes, it was. This was last week when we got a good dump of rain. There you go. They finally turned the stupid things off. But here we go again. Now around Canberra. That's what that looks like to me. There's a line going out there. Looks like a line, but if you put it together, it does make quite a circle. And there's interference up here as well. But you can't tell me that this is not interference and interfering in with rain. Okay, guys. Well, that's it for the end of this. I'm coming back with some good stuff. I've just been a bit unwell for the last week. It's something that's been going on for a long time, so it's nothing new to me. I'll try to get back again tomorrow. If I don't, it'll be a day or two. But I'm on the mend now, so that's why I thought I'd come on and do this video. Just to let you know that I'm still here, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just may have times where I'm just a bit not well. Okay, guys, have a good one. Let me know what you think in the comments, and tell me you can see that. Tell me you know what that is too. Okay, guys, have a good one. Bye.